confident that the offense can get the passing game cranked up and get this thing rolling?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what, the league is all about, playing games and making adjustments. So I think we've made the proper adjustments. But we still have to obviously go out there and execute on Sunday.
What do you see when you look at that Las Vegas secondary?
They got some good players back there. They definitely take risks. Um, they're a solid group overall. Got a couple guys back there who, they make plays. They play the position the right way. So just looking to go out there and just dominate. So, yeah.
Amari, I think it was the second touchdown on Sunday where you just had one guy on one-on-one matchup. I guess at this point in your career, when you see one defender in front of you, it's that straight man. How are you licking your chops basically in that scenario to do a double move, make a play?
Yeah. When I'm able to realize that the defense is playing man to man, I'm always licking my chops because I just feel like I'm making open. So, I love those type of opportunities.
It looked like on that one you were so patient before you got into that route. Is it tough to kind of delay when you see that coverage and you can get?
Not necessarily, because that's really how the play was drawn up. We do have a little bit of flexibility on that particular route, but it's a patient route. So, no.
How do you think Deshaun is seeing the field, adapting to the new scheme? He's taking a lot of heat out there locally and nationally for his play. But when you watch the film, what are you seeing of Deshaun?
I think he's playing well. Obviously there's a lot of extenuating circumstances, a lot of moving parts. But yeah, I think he's doing well, and I think we can build off of the connection that we've made last week.
Scoring offensively, when things aren't going well, it feels like it's like a bit of a domino effect. One issue leads to a second and a third and a fourth or whatever. What's the key to stopping that from snowballing? First half in week one, I think you guys had one first down. Last week, aside from your touchdown on the first play, you guys couldn't get past midfield. So just how do you guys stem the tide of it going from bad to worse at times?
Yeah, just all being on the same page. Obviously, it starts with practice. That's why we're here today. So just go out there, fix our mistakes, play as a cohesive unit, and problems will be fixed.
When the coaches talk about blitz pickup and in protection, they always say it's all 11 guys on offense. But from a receiver standpoint, how can you help the protection and Deshaun not get hit as much, especially when other teams blitz?
Just getting into the route faster, understanding the defense that you're playing against, understanding their tendencies. Some teams blitz more than other teams. Like the Raiders, they have a high propensity to blitz. So, understanding the situations in which they do so, and then just getting into the route fast.
I know you mentioned after the game that you've never played for the Las Vegas Raiders, but going up against the team that drafted you, the team that you started out your career, the team that traded you, do you have any feelings of nostalgia or anything as you head out there?
I don't know. I wouldn't really know until I get out there, but I think the nostalgia will more so come from actually playing in the Black Hole, which I won't be playing in. I've actually never played in their new stadium, so truth be told, I don't know how I will feel until I get out there. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Would you like to play Las Vegas?
I'm indifferent about it. I don't know. Yeah.
Amari, you obviously take so much pride in being a great route runner. There was some commentary from some of your peers over the all season about you being one of the more underrated wide receivers in the NFL, and that's the thing that you obviously do best is kind of the point. Do you think receivers who are dominant or great route runners, do you think they maybe get slept on a little bit or forgotten about a little bit among some of the guys who are like the glitz and the glamour of like the speedsters that can just run deep and catch passes and do all that?
Not necessarily. You got Devontae Adams. He's a great route runner. He's always considered one of the very top. So, no.
Is it possible that this passing game which everybody's pretty much writing on already, is somewhat of a sleeping giant. And then once you guys get comfortable together in this offense, that it's going to wake up and be what you guys know it can be.
Yeah, most definitely for sure. Just have to make a couple of tweaks that are, really easy fixes, to be honest. But we definitely can be a high-powered passing offense if we stop making the same mistakes.
Hey, Marty, Oakland Coliseum is going to close for the last baseball game. What's your best memory of it, the longest standing memory of playing?
Probably the game I went for 200 yards. Maybe that's one of the first things that popped into my mind because it was the first game I did it.
Was that against?
Chiefs. Yeah.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
On what side's that you're done? What are the fans like there? Are they kind of unique? The Raiders fans in Oakland, anyway.
Yeah, I think with the teams that I've played for, I've always had a really good, really passionate fan base. The teams that like you can travel anywhere in the world really, and they'll have a fan in the place that you're at. So, but as far as the fans, I would say they were just very passionate, to say the least.
Was it tough to run routes on the dirt infield?
Yeah, but it was tough for the defenders to guard against it too. So it was an even playing field.
Mark, it seems like the Raiders are in gut check mode, sort of the same way that the Giants were last week with Antonio Pierce calling them out, almost benching Gardner Minshew. So what do you guys think you're facing? I remember at this past game you said that the Giants kind of wanted it more and that you guys need to want it more. So what psychologically, what do you guys have to do when you go out there?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to go out there and play our brand of football. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 18, I don't know if it's 18, 19, or 16. It's one of those numbers of teams that are in the same predicament as we are, teams that are 1 and 2. Obviously, it's still early in the season. We have 14 more regular season games, but we're all kind of in the same boat. Yeah, we just got to go out there and play our brand of football, and so that we can get the momentum, which is going to create the confidence that we need for the rest of the season. So.
Amari, we touched on it already. I mean, obviously, you spent the first chunk of your career out west. Now being acclimated to the Eastern time zone, what kind of challenges does it pose to you bodily and mentally going back out there?
Not really a challenge. I think one of the things we did when I was at the Raiders, we also left for the game 2 days early. And so that was kind of what I was used to. It was my introduction to the league. And I think that really helps the body because the human body gets acclimated and adapts fast. But I'm not sure that 1 day is enough. So those 2 days, it kind of helps you get adjusted to the time, being able to sleep for a night and then another night. So, yeah, I think that's the remedy for that.
You mentioned Devontae earlier. Did you watch the receiver show at all that he was on during that season?
Nah, I didn't watch.
So a lot of it was him being frustrated with getting open and guys missing him. How do you empathize with an elite receiver like that when you see him?
I didn't watch it, so.
Can you weigh in on sort of the freeze frame issue that a lot of people have been talking about this week? Just the freeze frame issue in terms of like people have been ripping Deshaun for missing Jordan Akins on that 4th and 1 and showing a freeze frame of Jordan supposedly.
I haven't seen. I don't even know what you're talking about. Honestly, I haven't seen what you're talking about. So I don't know. I can't really give any commentary.
Yeah, I'm basically just asking in general. People seem to criticize or comment on what happens on a particular play, but
Right.
Is it not always what it seems?
Like I said, I haven't seen that particular thing that you're talking about. But I mean, it's football at the end of the day. Some plays you're going to make, some plays you aren't going to make. I assume that's what they're getting at. Just like anybody else who has a job. Some of y'all don't ask the best questions, but hey, you don't hear me criticizing. So, yeah, I think it's just the nature of the business. I mean, obviously we get scrutinized more than you guys do. So, I mean, I think maybe, maybe y'all should start asking questions in front of the camera so they can see y'all's faces. But yeah, I just think that's just how it goes. You know, they see everything we do under a microscope, so we're going to get scrutinized more and for mistakes that everybody makes.
But on that play, Amari, Deshaun said that Akins was a decoy on that play. So can he throw the ball to a decoy if he's open?
Again, I really haven't seen the freeze frame that you guys are referring to, so I don't.
I mean, in general, can the quarterback throw the ball to a decoy?
It's a better question for a quarterback to answer, to be honest. I don't know. He knows the reads better than I do. So you have to ask Deshaun.